Hi guys, I'm Melissa. Welcome back to CloudMom.com. Answering a question today from a viewer about my breastfeeding schedule for new babies from 2 to 4 months old, and here's what she says. Hi Mel, hope you don't mind me calling you that because I've watched so many of your videos and taking in so much of your advice. I feel close to you, laugh out loud. That's so sweet. I feel the same way. And actually a lot of my friends and family call me Mel, so thank you. Okay, I am really hoping you can help me. So this is the deal. I have a blessed 2-month-old little boy that I'm trying to set up on a routine. He is only being breastfed. Way to go. I took your advice on the 2 to 4 months feeding and sleeping schedule video part, but I have a few questions. And by the way, this is coming from Layla. Once the 7 a.m. feeding starts, should I put him down for a nap after 1.5 to 2 hours later? Yes. You feed at 7 a.m., your baby's full, they are awake. When they start to get a bit drowsy, and even if not, about an hour and a half later, you're putting that baby down for nap. This is only a 2-month-old baby, so he should be asleep almost half the time, so that's correct. What if he seems tired right after the feeding? Should I try to keep him awake? No, there's nothing to be done. Just try to keep him awake long enough to make sure he's awake and full. I used to change my baby's diaper all the time. Sometimes I would even undress them. Anything to keep them awake, because otherwise I was feeding 24/7, and with my job and my other kids I just couldn't do that. I know some people do, and God bless them, but I couldn't. So you want to keep that baby awake until the end of the feed so that they are burped and they are awake and rejecting more food. That way you know they're full. But if they're nodding off after that, just swaddle the baby, put the baby in the crib, and let the baby nap. And when the baby wakes up, if they're hungry, feed again. If they can wait the 3 hours, start feeding again on the 3-hour mark, according to my schedule. Okay, for the other feeding times, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m., 7 p.m., 10 p.m., 1 a.m., should the same sleeping pattern occur, such as 1 to 5 hours after being fed? Yes and no. Yes, for the time periods up until 10 p.m., but with the 10 p.m. feeding and the 1 a.m. feeding, as soon as the feeding is done, I would put the baby to bed. At 1 a.m., if your baby wakes up and has to be fed, as soon as that baby's fed, boom, he's going back to bed, and hopefully you're going back to bed. Same thing at 10 p.m. 7 p.m., you might want to keep him awake. If he's awake, play with him a bit, because that might mean you get a little more rest and sleep during those evening hours, so that you could sort of play around with, but the rest of them, you're not waiting the 1.5 hours. That really is just how to schedule daytime naps. That's what I meant that as. From what you said, an infant at this age should sleep about 15 hours a day, correct? But if I go by the sample routine of yours, he really wouldn't be able to get that much sleep. It would end up being less than that, wouldn't it? Not really, because if you look and you see that they're doing those 1.5-hour naps during the day, but then they're sleeping along more at night, they should get that 15 hours of sleep. So anyway, these were great questions. Thank you so much for asking them. Layla, it's actually the name of one of my best friends from high school. And I hope this helps. Best of luck with your baby. And write back in, of course, if you have more questions, okay? Thanks so much. Bye.